Skara Brae on the island's west coast is a 5,000-year-old settlement was only discovered in 1850, when a severe storm stripped the earth from the site.
In the peaceful expanse off Scotland's northern shores lie the Orkney Islands, a place that holds profound historical secrets. Here, a farmer's routine was forever changed when he unearthed a hidden door in the earth. What lay beyond was a mesmerizing revelation, unveiling an ancient history long shrouded in mystery. This remarkable find is Skara Brae, an ancient agricultural settlement buried for 43 centuries. Join us as we explore its origins and its ties to Neolithic Orkney. The storm that revealed history. Located in the windy embrace of northern Scotland lies the Orkney Islands, a group of islands shaped by the meeting of the Atlantic Ocean and the North Sea. Here, nature rules, crafting a climate that is both powerful and constantly shifting. Within this rugged landscape and ever-changing weather, a fascinating discovery emerged in the winter of 1850, unveiling a deep insight into Scotland's ancient past. In December of that year, a huge storm hit the Orkney Islands. It was so strong that people still remember it today. Even though the islanders were used to rough winters, this storm was different. It changed how things looked on the islands. Houses were damaged, animals died, and the community had to deal with the powerful force of nature. As the storm calmed down and people began to pick up the pieces, something incredible was found amidst the chaos. In the western part of the Orkney Islands, a farmer discovered a door in the ground, and what he saw there left everyone amazed. The curious sight was a doorway seemingly leading into the earth itself. It wasn't just a random find, it sparked an exciting journey into history, capturing the interest of people worldwide. The Orkney Islands, carved by ancient ice, feature rugged cliffs and deep lakes. Despite the Gulf Stream's influence, their weather can still be unpredictable. Living here for thousands of years has made the islanders tough, adapting to the harsh conditions. It was the combination of the island's geography and ever-changing weather that led to the discovery of the underground door. Nature worked its magic, revealing secrets hidden beneath the ground for millennia. As the islanders cautiously approached the site, they felt the gravity of their discovery. They knew they were on the brink of something important. Lacking proper archaeological tools or expertise, they started digging around the door with simple tools. Their curiosity and deep respect for their land were the driving forces behind their efforts. Their efforts revealed a complex network of tunnels and rooms, suggesting the presence of an advanced society that thrived in this secluded part of Scotland long ago. As word of the discovery spread beyond the islands, people began to grasp its significance. The local farmers who first found the door could never have imagined how much attention it would attract from historians, archaeologists, and the public. It sparked a widespread fascination with the mysteries hidden beneath the windswept landscapes of Orkney. The Orkney Islands, a land of legends and mysteries. The Orkney Islands resemble a captivating storybook brimming with mystery and legend. With around 70 islands in total, only about 20 are inhabited. Here, history and folklore intertwine, weaving a rich cultural heritage spanning thousands of years. Geographically, Orkney stands strong as a guardian at Scotland's northernmost edge, facing the rough waters of the Pentland Firth that separate it from the mainland. This strategic location has made the islands a crucial hub for maritime activities over the centuries. They have welcomed a diverse array of visitors, from ancient traders and Viking invaders to present-day fishermen and energy companies utilizing wind and wave power. Orkney's landscape is a striking blend of serene hills and striking cliffs, all under expansive open skies that have inspired artists and writers for generations. But beneath this captivating scenery lies a history as rich and fascinating as the land itself. Inhabited for over 8,500 years, the Orkney Islands hold stories of human resilience and adaptation that have unfolded across countless generations. During ancient times, the Orkney Islands were home to Mesolithic and Neolithic tribes, whose enduring legacy is embodied in extraordinary stone monuments such as the Ring of Brodgar and the standing stones of Stennis. These ancient marvels, predating both Stonehenge and the Great Pyramids of Giza, have captivated the curiosity of historians and archaeologists for generations, their exact purpose veiled in enigma. Many theories have been suggested about the purpose of these structures, ranging from religious rituals to serving as astronomical observatories. Yet despite numerous hypotheses, the true meaning and importance of these monuments remain unclear, still resisting a definitive explanation. Unearthing an underground door and the subsequent revelation of a concealed settlement brought a riveting new chapter to Orkney's mysterious history. This discovery was nothing short of sensational, as it seemed to provide concrete ties to the island's Neolithic dwellers, granting a direct glimpse into the daily lives of those who roamed these lands over 5,000 years ago. For a land already brimming with tales of ancient magic and mystical prowess, this discovery went beyond mere archaeological importance. It deepened the bond between the modern Orkney community and their mysterious roots. Orkney's cultural fabric is a vibrant mix of Norse and Scottish influences, reflecting its history of Norse rule until its integration into Scotland in the 15th century as part of a royal marriage. This blending of cultures is evident in the place names, folklore, and customs that have endured over time. Stories of sea monsters, hidden treasures, and ghostly sightings are plentiful, with each island having its own treasure trove of tales passed down through the ages. The excavation begins. After the storm had reshaped the Orkney land, farmers faced a daunting task, uncovering the secrets hidden beneath the mysterious ground door. With only curiosity, shovels, and a strong resolve, they began a journey to connect the present with a distant past. Their early attempts to dig at the site were fueled by both necessity and curiosity. The storm had not only revealed the hidden entrance, but also caused extensive damage to the farmers' lands, shifting large amounts of soil and sand. As they worked to clear the debris and restore their fields, the farmers began to realize the possible importance of the doorway. It might lead to one of the many ancient structures scattered across the Orkney landscape, or perhaps even to something entirely new and undiscovered. Unfortunately, the excavation process faced challenges due to the lack of modern machinery and archaeological expertise. Despite being resourceful pioneers, the farmers didn't have the specialized tools or knowledge needed for delicate archaeological work. Their expertise lay in agriculture, not in uncovering ancient ruins. However, they didn't let these limitations stop them. Their persistent efforts laid the foundation for what would later become one of Scotland's most extraordinary archaeological finds. The pivotal moment arrived in 1927 with the arrival of Gordon Childe, a distinguished Australian archaeologist whose interest in the Orkney Islands was piqued by reports of the farmers' discovery. Childe, then a professor of prehistoric European archaeology at the University of Edinburgh, swiftly recognized the potential significance of the site. With a keen eye for uncovering historical treasures, he gathered a team equipped with the requisite expertise and tools to embark on a comprehensive excavation. Guided by Childe's expertise, the excavation entered a new phase. His team carefully removed layers of earth and sand that had protected the underground structure for thousands of years. With each layer revealed, the full extent of the discovery became apparent. What emerged wasn't just a single structure, but a vast complex of buildings, streets, and artifacts, a vivid glimpse into Neolithic life preserved through the ages. The excavation uncovered an extraordinary level of completeness and preservation, unparalleled in its depth and detail. It provided unprecedented insights into the everyday lives and rituals of Orkney's ancient people. Under Gordon Childe's skilled leadership, the site went beyond being just an archaeological discovery. It became a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of humanity's ancient past. Childe's groundbreaking work at the site, which would later become known as Skara Brae, unveiled a settlement that had been inhabited over 5,000 years ago, predating even the grandeur of the Great Pyramids of Egypt and the mystique of Stonehenge. The architectural and cultural significance of Skara Brae proved monumental, offering unparalleled insights into the daily lives of its Neolithic residents, with a clarity seldom found in prehistoric sites. The structures unearthed at Skara Brae revealed a level of sophistication astonishing for its time. Stone-built houses equipped with central hearths, beds, and even furniture such as dressers spoke to a society with a keen understanding of comfort and domesticity. Moreover, these dwellings were interconnected by a network of covered passages, suggesting a community that prioritized social cohesion and sought protection from the unforgiving Orkney climate. The discovery of various artifacts, including pottery, tools, and jewelry, further enriched our understanding of Neolithic society and its capabilities. Into the past, understanding life in Skara Brae. Understanding life in Skara Brae requires recognizing its unusually close-knit nature. During that era, villages were not common. Instead, most people lived in separate farmsteads. So, the mere existence of 8 homes clustered together with approximately 5,100 residents among them would have been noteworthy. Skara Brae's uniqueness goes beyond its mere concept. Imagine stepping into its mysterious world. A lone entrance leads you into the midden, a passage so low you must stoop to enter, sealing yourself off from the outside. Inside, darkness envelops, disorienting you as you navigate the labyrinth of connecting passages, reminiscent of the winding streets of an ancient city like Kowloon Walled City. Yet amid the darkness, flickers of light emerge. Each passage leads to a separate home, illuminated by a single fireplace. These dwellings lacking windows would have been dim and smoky, shadows dancing eerily around you. Stone seats arranged near the hearths might have seated the heads of households, their expressions unreadable as you passed by. Despite the potential intimidation for newcomers, those familiar with Skara Brae likely found it remarkably cozy. Contrary to confusing visitors, the winding passages served to block the howling wind. Coupled with the insulation provided by the midden and the warmth from the fires, the homes boasted surprising coziness. Moreover, these dwellings were spacious, measuring approximately 36 square meters, offering ample room for various amenities. Stone cupboards and stone beds, the latter cushioned with heather, bracken, and animal skins, added to the comfort. It's plausible that fish hung from the ceilings, allowing the smoke from the fires to cure them. Regrettably, the ceilings, constructed of turf, have not survived into modern times, though they were likely supported by timber or whalebone. Remarkably, these homes even featured what could be considered modern amenities, a testament to the ingenuity of their inhabitants. Despite being constructed in an era with few existing comparison points, Skara Brae boasted rudimentary plumbing and even what appear to be indoor toilets. Yes, indoor toilets. It's quite astonishing considering that modern Britain didn't widely adopt indoor plumbing until the late 19th century. Yet here were ancient farmers seemingly inventing it without much ado. Beyond the individual homes, evidence suggests that life in Skara Brae may have been community-based. Archaeologists have observed that the fittings and sizes of the dwellings are largely uniform, with no apparent chief's home. Consequently, it's surmised that Skara Brae was a relatively egalitarian society, though perhaps not quite a socialist utopia. A fascinating aspect is the discovery of secret compartments in most of the stone dressers, indicating that families stored items they wished to keep hidden from their neighbors. Additionally, there's the enigma of House 7. Unlike the other homes in Skara Brae, House 7 features a door that could only be sealed from the outside. What kind of structure requires a door that occupants cannot open at will? While the immediate assumption might be a jail, the truth remains elusive. House 7's peculiar features might suggest that it played a significant role in hosting important rituals, perhaps associated with rites of passage such as coming of age, death ceremonies, or even childbirth. The mysterious nature of House 7 adds to the intrigue surrounding Skara Brae, hinting at deeper layers of societal practices and beliefs waiting to be uncovered. Despite the absence of weaponry and indications of warfare, Skara Brae's history wasn't necessarily devoid of challenges. While there are no signs of inhabitants fearing their neighbors or engaging in warfare, it doesn't imply that everything was idyllic and trouble-free. Unraveling the realities of Neolithic life. Despite the allure of communal living and apparent neighborly camaraderie, it's easy to romanticize Skara Brae as an ancient paradise, a place one might wish to visit Outlander style. However, the reality was far from idyllic, especially for those accustomed to more modern comforts. Through the skeletal remains unearthed, we've gained insights into the harsh realities faced by Skara Brae's inhabitants. Evidence suggests that many villagers suffered from painful arthritis, while some even bore skulls grooved by the strain of lugging heavy baskets using their heads. Moreover, the grim truth of life expectancy casts a shadow over any romantic notions. The majority of people in Neolithic Orkney perished in their 30s, with a significant proportion succumbing even earlier in childhood. These stark realities serve as a poignant reminder of the hardships endured by our ancient ancestors, challenging any overly idealized perceptions of the past. Reaching the age of 50 in Neolithic times was as remarkable an achievement as reaching 100 is today. So while we'll continue to explore the complexity and vibrancy of Skara Brae and Orkney's Neolithic culture, it's essential to dispel any illusions of a comfortable or carefree existence. Life in Skara Brae and its surrounding areas was likely short, arduous, and filled with challenges. However, if one were to find themselves outlandered back to the Neolithic era, Skara Brae would probably offer the most favorable conditions among the available options. Its inhabitants enjoyed leisure time, evident from the art discovered, a luxury unlikely in a society solely focused on survival. Their diet was remarkably diverse, incorporating not only the cattle and sheep they raised, but also seals, goats, red deer, and perhaps even the occasional beached whale. Additionally, their agricultural practices were advanced for the time, utilizing manure as fertilizer to achieve high crop yields. Furthermore, the nearby sea provided abundant shellfish, while cultivated limpets in waterproof tanks within their homes added to their culinary repertoire. Skara Brae, in essence, was a thriving village, a place any Neolithic farmer would have been content to call home, despite its remote location in the northern reaches of the British Isles. However, the term remote may not have accurately described Orkney during Skara Brae's time. In fact, Orkney was bustling with activity, with an estimated population of 10,000 people, an impressive figure considering that villages of 100 people were considered large in that era. And this estimate doesn't even include visitors. Over the centuries, pottery styles and types of monuments originating from Orkney have been discovered throughout Britain. In essence, Skara Brae was less akin to the arse end of nowhere, and more akin to a suburb of Neolithic Paris, a hub of activity and innovation that attracted attention and admiration from across the region. It's even believed that the concept of henges may have originated on this archipelago, further solidifying its status as a center of inspiration and influence. If you're unfamiliar with the term henge, you're probably already acquainted with its most famous example, Stonehenge. Interestingly, Stonehenge wasn't merely built after Orkney's monuments, it was likely inspired by them. So, apologies to Scotland. While you may have pioneered henges, the credit often goes to the English. But hey, at least you've still got Urn Brew. We'll let you keep that. Now onto the most impressive aspect of Skara Brae, and it's not the village itself, but rather what the villagers were likely involved in. It's time to delve into Orkney's megastructures. Before the pyramids. In 1999, UNESCO honored Skara Brae by including it as part of a World Heritage Site named Heart of Neolithic Orkney. While Skara Brae is a significant component of the site, its boundaries extend far beyond, encompassing a vast array of monuments within a 10-kilometer radius of the village. This expansive designation is indicative of the fact that Skara Brae wasn't just an isolated Neolithic settlement amidst grasslands. It was situated on the periphery of some of the most monumental Stone Age construction projects ever undertaken. Before we discuss these projects, it's important to note a common theme: the use of cautious language due to the lack of written records from the people of Skara Brae. We're not even sure what they called their village. As we go forward, our speculation is based on archaeologists' expertise. Now let's explore the possibility of Skara Brae's residents building these structures. The awe-inspiring Stennis Stone Circle, for instance, has been dated to around 3000 BC. approximately a century after Skara Brae was established. Despite being situated over 10 kilometers from the village, the discovery of identical grooved ware pottery at both sites suggests a significant connection. Moreover, the sheer magnitude of the circle defies the notion of a single village's capability to construct it. It seems more likely that the construction of such massive structures involved cooperation among villages throughout the Orkney region. This idea is strengthened by the presence of Mai Shawi, a huge burial mound built around 2800 BC. Mai shows alignment with the winter solstice, which allows the sun's rays to enter its entrance once a year, highlights its astronomical importance. Yet the most monumental of all megastructures predates Skara Brae by several centuries. A mere century after the construction of the Nap of Howard, a site revered even by the builders of Newgrange for its antiquity, Orkney's residents embarked on their magnum opus, the Ness of Brodgar. Unearthed only in 2002, the Ness of Brodgar stands as one of the most significant archaeological discoveries in Scottish history. Believed to be a temple complex, it lies a short stroll from Skara Brae, shielded from the elements by imposing walls towering 4 meters high. Within its confines, individual temples were densely packed, evoking imagery akin to a scaled-down version of Mecca during its heyday. As we ponder its grandeur, we can only speculate on how this vast complex might have appeared to the farmers of Skara Brae. When seen from afar, these monuments would have dominated the landscape. Did they evoke fear, inspire hope, or instill feelings of piety? Sadly, we can only speculate. What we do know is that these monuments, all visible from Skara Brae, held deep significance for its residents. For 500 years, they stood witness to generation after generation of villagers, seeing them grow up, grow old, and pass away. People found comfort in knowing that even in their absence, their culture would endure. And it did for a while. Yet, as the universe dictates, all things must eventually come to an end. When Orkney's time came, its demise would be nothing short of remarkable. The end of days. Contrary to popular belief, the demise of Skara Brae wasn't a cataclysmic event. Instead, it seems to have gradually faded away over centuries, eventually slipping into obscurity altogether. The likely catalyst for this decline? Those imposing megastructures. When Skara Brae was first established, the social framework revolved around hyper-local communities, often no larger than a single village. However, the construction of the grand monuments was such a monumental undertaking that it likely required coordination from a regional organizing body. The prevailing theory suggests that Skara Brae emerged at a time when this authority was slowly consolidating. This could explain the absence of violence and the neighborly atmosphere within the community. Furthermore, it might elucidate the eventual abandonment of Skara Brae. As the decades passed, it's possible that the residents of Skara Brae began to feel less tied to their village and more connected to their broader cultural identity. Perhaps it started to feel like one could traverse the entire island without truly leaving home. Opportunities may have arisen elsewhere, tempting some to seek new horizons beyond Skara Brae. In a narrative familiar to many declining small towns today, perhaps the younger generation gradually departed, leaving behind only the elderly and their memories. Eventually, even they vanished. Throughout its existence, sand had been an ever-present element in Skara Brae. It would sweep across the midden on windy days, infiltrating the passageways and requiring diligent effort to keep at bay. With the departure of its inhabitants, the sand was free to reclaim its dominion. Slowly but steadily, it began to swallow the village whole, until Skara Brae was nothing more than a memory buried beneath the shifting sands of time. Skara Brae vanished around 2500 BC after 6 centuries of continuous occupation. At the time of its abandonment, Stonehenge was still in the process of being constructed, and the pyramids of Egypt were just beginning to take shape. Yet as grand monuments rose in England and Egypt, the last vestiges of Orkney's Neolithic masters were slowly erased from history. Approximately 200 years after Skara Brae was buried beneath the sands, the colossal temple complex at the Ness of Brodgar met its own demise. On a day lost to the annals of time, Some 400 cattle were driven into the temple and slaughtered simultaneously. Subsequently, they were cooked and consumed in an immense feast of unprecedented scale, likely unparalleled in the British Isles. Thousands of people would have partaken in this extravagant event. Once the cattle had been devoured, the attendees wielded their tools and systematically dismantled the temple, reducing it to rubble. The exact duration it took to obliterate the work of 12 centuries remains a mystery, as does the emotional resonance experienced by those involved in the symbolic dismantling of a structure as ancient to them as the oldest cathedrals of Europe are to us. Once the temples lay in ruins, the bones of the slaughtered cattle were heaped into mounds, draped with deer carcasses, and adorned with a single cattle skull carefully positioned at the center. Subsequently, the ruined temple was buried, its remains concealed beneath layers of rubble and soil until they faded into obscurity, lost to history. It marked the peculiar and final conclusion of Neolithic Orkney. Following this event, the cultural epicenter of the British Isles would shift southward to the mainland. However, while Skara Brae would be forgotten for a considerable period, its memory endured. The sheer magnificence of its remains ensured that they could not remain lost forever. The discovery of Skara Brae and the Orkney Islands has profoundly reshaped our understanding of Neolithic life in Northern Europe, providing a tangible link to our ancestors and showcasing their advanced architectural and societal achievements. Ongoing archaeological efforts, including excavations at sites like the Ness of Brodgar, continue to reveal complex and interconnected Neolithic civilizations characterized by monumental architecture, intricate artwork, and evidence of extensive trade networks. Despite significant progress in understanding Skara Brae and its inhabitants, numerous mysteries remain, including the reasons for its abandonment and the extent of interaction with other Neolithic communities. Moreover, Skara Brae's legacy prompts questions about the sustainability practices of Neolithic societies and the spiritual and cultural significance of artifacts found at the site. Overall, Skara Brae stands as a testament to the sophistication, resilience, and ingenuity of Neolithic communities, offering valuable insights into the past while inspiring ongoing research and exploration. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.